Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
Yeah, he's a level.
Right. We got a big ass tube of whiskey here. Look at it.
Yeah, it's like a test tube with a chunk of metal on the top.
Look at the cork on that thing.
Yeah. You could chuck a mule with that.
I'm saying, you take this cork, it's got enough weight, you fill a tube sock with these things.
What is it with you and tube sock?
That is just the most... Have you ever filled a tube sock with anything? Batteries, nickels,
marbles.
It's amazing. You can do so much damage, which is really the main thing I'm looking for in a whiskey.
I'm just looking to see stories of damage you've caused with tube socks.
Can it be used as a weapon?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's do this. All right, we're drinking, and I'm going to pronounce it correctly, and then you can destroy it. Ailsa Bay.
That's what I said.
Ailsa Bay.
Ailsa Bay.
That's what I said.
We're saying the same thing.
This just reminds me of that 70s show with Fez. You say tomato, I say potato.
This is a big glass tube of whiskey.
It really is.
I like it.
Ailsa Bay. I grabbed this because I'm looking to expand our Lowland single malt selection, and there's just not a lot of Lowland distilleries. Yeah, this is a new one.
I see on the back you got that from the UK also.
Yeah, this is a new one, only about 7 years old-ish. And actually about 10 years old now.
There's a sticker that says micro matured. What is that?
I don't even know. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, I should make a list of things you don't know. And then just we'll pull it open and say, Daniel.
Okay, I'm going to tell you though.
You know nothing.
I am going to tell you, this is nothing like any Lowland whiskey I've ever tried. And it's freaking awesome. If you can get your hands on this, you will be truly rewarded.
But hold on. Hold on. Now I'm smelling this.
Yeah.
And I'm telling people right now, there's a very good chance you would not like this. If you like the caramel, sweet, friendly...
Here's where you're about to be wrong. Taste it. It comes across in the nose.
Super smoky.
As like a Jura or a Talisker or a really peaty, smoky Island. Yep. Not Islay, but Island whiskey. It actually could be in the Oban family. But the taste is just...
I'm getting just a coating, a dominating note of smoke everywhere. What are you getting beyond that? Because I'm smelling it and I'm tasting it. That's what I thought.
It's because the smoke is on top.
Dominating.
But below, it's like a coating, right? But below it is this like butterscotch, really beautiful candy note. And it's not peat all the way through like one of the Islay whiskeys or Island whiskeys. It's a peat coating on a candied whiskey.
I am having trouble getting through past the coating.
Okay, do the thing where you let it sit in your mouth and basically eliminate your... And while you're doing that, I'm going to say we had a commenter who was it? Oh, it was Lime Juice. Lime Juice. I feel like an idiot saying these YouTube names. Sorry, Lime Juice.
You are an idiot.
So he said, assuming you had two whiskeys that had the same supply and demand, but one was older than the other, wouldn't the older one be more expensive? Now, what I'm going to say is, yes, it would be more expensive, but I think we're arguing over it, or not arguing, I think we're discussing a technicality of supply and demand. And so, supply may mean it's easy to get it in your area, but by the very nature of being an older whiskey, there's less of it. So immediately the supply is lower. That's just how it works, right? So yeah, it's going to be more expensive, but that's because there's less of it. That's still supply and demand. Triple Cap gave us crap. He said he was gone and he watched some videos and then he missed us and then he put a little.
That's hurtful because I missed you a lot. And what that tells me is there's a lack of balance in this relationship.
We give. We've
done so much for Triple Cap.
Glad. I feel very unappreciated.
I'm glad you missed us a little.
Yeah.
All right.
Buzzing. All right. So
what is this?
This is made at Gervin. Did we try the Gervin single grain? I don't think we got to.
Okay.
Because I think I ran out of it before we tried it.
I'm trying to find something that is relevant to what you're talking about with supply.
No, go back and taste it. Did you let it sit in your mouth for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the peat smoke. This is super friendly. This should be an island whiskey. And it's not surprising because it's on the coast facing Erin and Campbelltown, right, and all of these kind of low, briny whiskeys.
Right.
I freaking love this.
No, I
You're
don't-
really disappointed.
No, I don't
me here.
dislike it. I think if you hadn't had hyped this up, then I would like it fully 42% more.
That's very specific.
But the fact that I'm getting ready to have my head blown off with some amazing whiskey, and it's like, oh, it's good. I like that. That's nice. I'm not getting like the depth and the nuance. I'm getting like, ooh, super smoky.
Okay, I'll tell you why I was excited. I was excited because most Lowlands I've had tend to be in the same family, like Glenkinchie and Auchentoshan. These are good whiskeys, right? But they're not in my favorite family of whiskeys. And then this one comes in, and I'm expecting another Lowland like the other Lowlands, and it just blows the doors off of my expectations.
Right.
And it's young.
Okay.
And in spite of being a young whiskey,
This does not.
it has
come
a
across-
lot of character.
It doesn't come across as young.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you said, oh, these underneath the coating of the smoke, there was like these butter notes.
Yes.
Underneath the coating of the smoke, if butter can be
Butter popcorn.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say a big, loud, aggressive butter, which
Yeah.
is weird to say when you're talking about
No,
butter.
but buttered popcorn, like the salty.
Because to taste anything past the smoke, it needs to be a pretty big flavor.
Because
I'm
there's
getting-
salt in there.
Yeah. So I'm getting the butter that is not subtle, nuanced, little light, delicate butter. It's like no punch in the damn mouth butter. Underneath
The best kind of butter,
a
really.
big, heavy coating of smoke. I still want to know what micro matured is, whether that's just some made up marketing bullshit or if it's a real thing.
Yeah, my guess is it has something to do with either aging in smaller barrels or aging separately from the larger warehouses.
Okay. So the article I was trying to find, I was reading that the guy who came out with Grey Goose, okay.
Yeah, which was, let's take vodka and make people pay 3 times as much for the same thing.
Yes, and people who are deeply into vodka, they're like, what the hell, why is Grey Goose?
Yeah, of all the vodkas.
So it's just a pretty average vodka. And
Yeah.
people who aren't deep into vodka.
It'd be like if Bullet was outpacing Pappy's on the bourbon market.
Right. And so that was a very intentional marketing choice to come out with something, and it was basically something called bombardment marketing, where you so aggressively push this into the marketplace that it justifies this higher cost, but it has nothing to do with the quality of the actual vodka. It
Okay.
was just, yeah.
Where are we going with this?
That was basically what people name as a price for a bottle of whiskey,
Right.
as long as people pay for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. What do you start with? Well, whatever you think you can get away with.
Yeah, if people make some whiskey and it's just average, but they charge $120, the high price point often can get people excited because, oh my
Yes.
God, it's $120.
Yes,
And it could
absolutely.
be, like, I've had some whiskeys that are, from this vault, $1,000 a bottle. And I try this, it's like, oh, that's really nice. I can name some $40 and $50 whiskeys that I personally like a bit better.
That is so true. That goes with Pappy's. If you can't get your hands on Pappy's, get Willet. And
Close?
yeah, maybe better. As a matter of fact, we should save that for a different video.
Okay.
Because if we're going to do a Pappy's versus
Because we
Willet
have
comparison,
so little content, we have to spread it.
if we're going to do it,
thin.
we really do. If we're going to do a Pappy's versus Willet, we should do it in a totally separate video.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
I can get behind
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
I can get behind that.
And I'll just use a Pappy's 10 and Willet, just a standard Willet. And
Here's the thing. I'm more excited. I'm 22% more excited about this now that I know that it's young.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if this, it's
Yeah, nicely,
damn fine job.
Nicely done for a very young whiskey. If you're into smoke and some aggressive butter.
I also, here's another reason I love it, and this is true nerd factor. This is not general public, right? William Grant and Sons owns this, and they're famous for Balvenie and Glen, all these really beautiful, friendly whiskeys, right? And so for them to come out with a peated whiskey that I think totally holds its own with some of the best island whiskeys,
Yeah, no,
I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, here's the thing. From now on, don't raise my expectations. This is what you do. You just shut the hell up and you pour it, and then let my expert palate determine how excited I should be.
Okay.
Because I think I would have, yes. I
Hey, did you
would've-
see what's on the back of this bottle?
No tasting?
Doctor recommendations. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Okay, so
Yeah.
the UK chief medical officers recommend adults do not regularly exceed the daily amount of women 2 to 3 units and men 3 to 4 units.
That's sexist.
Now, and if this is 34 units, whoa!
That's a tube.
Whoa!
Tube of whiskey.
That's like less than an ounce of whiskey
I think we're dying.
is 1
I
unit.
think we're dying now.
Yeah.
The doctor.
Wow, that's a very minimal.
I think they have like a nanny state thing going on there. I don't know. I watch British shows and they're always referring to the nanny state.
Have you been watching the British show The Nanny? Because that's not fair. That's not the same thing as a nanny state.
No. I'm very well cultured with my TV watching. Very broad.
All right,
spectrum.
before you piss off an entire continent or section of the continent, can we move? Can we just close this thing down?
No, I'm. You know what? Mexico,
You're next.
coming for you.
All right. Well, till tomorrow, I'm in a crazy state this side illegal.
May you return before you have time to miss you.
Cheers.
Do things with subscribing.